neighbors, sharing gifts and helping hands. We're people helping people, and we're proud that we can say we're always getting better, growing stronger every day, taking pride in Mobile. Haven't you noticed? We've got it all right here at home. Nothing can stop us. Taking pride in where we're going, taking pride in who we are. Mobile, show your pride. Together we'll go far. There's a feeling of excitement. You can see it everywhere. The pride of our whole region is the heartbeat that we share. The heartbeat that we share. Taking pride in Mobile. Haven't you noticed? We've got it all right here at home. Nothing can stop us. Taking pride in where we're going, taking pride in who we are. Mobile, show your pride. Together we'll go far. Mobile, show your pride. Together we'll go far. Taking pride in Mobile, taking pride in Mobile. Come on, let your spirit show. Taking pride in Mobile. We're growing, shining, winning, so we're taking pride in Mobile. We're old, we're young, we're fast and slow, and we love watching our future grow. Let's tell the world so they will know, and we're taking pride in Mobile. And wherever I may go, I'll tell them I'm from Mobile. We're old, we're young, fast and slow, and we love watching our future grow. Let's tell the world so they will know, and we're taking pride in Mobile. And wherever I may go, I'll tell them I'm from Mobile. Taking pride in Mobile, taking pride in Mobile.
Don't draw conclusions, because if you do, you're going to be wrong. You can draw them if you want and just be wrong. I guess you all don't have any consequences for being wrong.
Roll Tide.
Message deleted.
710 Time Saver Traffic from the Main Street Flooring and Design Traffic Center.
In Pensacola, watch for an accident with road blockage West Michigan Avenue at Denver Avenue. Also, if you're traveling west on Eglin Parkway, watch for an accident between Shalimar Drive and Racetrack Road on the bridge. Still slow on Highway 59 from I-10 to Gulf Shores, 52-minute drive. With Time Saver Traffic, I'm Lisa Baque.
This report is sponsored by Wendy's. Get 2 #1 selling bacon cheeseburgers and fast food. Wendy's JBC. Plus medium fries and soft drink for just $8. Total game changer. Order today. Limited time only. Price and participation may vary. Request $8 JBC meal deal to obtain discount. Claim per Independent Marketing Research Company.
If you see traffic trouble, call the Acadian Windows traffic tip line at pound 250, keyword total traffic when prompted. Acadian Windows, your hurricane protection specialists.
The Uncle Henry Show, weekday afternoons from 5 till 7.
This is the Uncle Henry Show here on News Radio 710 WNTM. And I thank you so much. Thank you for listening to the Uncle Henry Show. I appreciate it very, very much, especially the AM radio listener. God bless you for that. We have a lot in common, even though you might think we don't. If you're listening to AM radio and you actually like it, we have something in common. Thank you to those listening on the iHeartRadio app. Thank you to the people that are perhaps picking up this station on their dental work. That happens, especially when you're in the Telegraph Road area of Mobile County near our transmitter. Sometimes you just can't help it. Our transmitter, you can't help it. You get it on your dental work. For those people, God bless you. And also thank you to the people watching on YouTube. If you'd like to look at me standing at the microphone, struggling to maintain a job. At my age, you can watch that struggle on YouTube. Look for Uncle Henry Show on YouTube. Well, here we are together again, me and you. Here we are together again trying to figure out what is going on in the world around us. If you want to call and tell me, 251-479-2723, the telephone number for a live call, 251-479-2723. Email address, unclehenry@iheartmedia.com. That's unclehenry@iheartmedia.com. So we've had quite a week just on the local level. Just on the local level with all these runoffs. Many people now seeing a clearer path for the future with the exciting election of Mayor Colvin in Chickasaw, the exciting election of whoever that is that won in Pritchard. I'll learn that eventually. I will. I'll go to the trouble of learning who won eventually. And also Spiro, Mayor-elect Spiro. We all know about that. But there was another news item that broke yesterday about politics that I'm as delighted as I can be. It has lifted me up all day long. I was already uplifted by a lot of the election results, but now hearing the story, according to YellowhammerNews.com, hearing that A.J. McCarron, the former Alabama Crimson Tide Roll champion quarterback, A.J. McCarron, considering a run for statewide office. Yellowhammer reported, I guess it was yesterday, they said that sources close to his decision-making process tell them that he will run for statewide office in 2026. This is so good. This is so good. A.J. McCarron running for statewide office in Alabama. Roll, Tide, roll. This has just been so wonderful for my mood. Just my mood alone. When you get to be my age, you need, and your body's falling apart and stuff like that, sometimes you like a mood booster. And this is a mood booster, the idea of A.J. McCarron running for statewide office in the state of Alabama. What a wonderful, wonderful thing that is, to have him running for office. And I love that Yellowhammer, in their first line of their story, they say that this is according to sources close to his decision-making process. I don't know who that is. Is it him? Sources closest to him? Or is it sources close to Mrs. McCarron? I don't know. Who would be close to his decision-making process? And isn't he the decision-maker? Or who knows? I don't care at this point. I don't care. I'm glad that he's considering it, and they say he will. Again, I'm applauding again. I've had such a wonderful time today remembering the times of A.J. McCarron. Now, Alabama went on to great success after A.J. You may remember other great quarterbacks. We had a lot of great quarterbacks, Tua and Jalen Hurts and all them other guys, Mac Jones, and so many great quarterbacks, I'm now starting to forget them. That's how wonderful it's been to be an Alabama fan. But now you got A.J. McCarron. It's been so wonderful just remembering 2011, 2012. You may not remember due to, I don't know, your lack of interest. I don't know what's wrong in your life, but for those of us that remember, it was a golden age. In fact, Alabama doing so well, along with the SEC, when A.J. was quarterback, the rest of the country, they changed how the championships happened in college football because we kept winning too much. Do you remember that? They said this BCS, we got to get rid of this BCS. Here comes Saban and McCarron again. We got to get rid of this BCS. College football changed due to the excellence of Saban with McCarron as quarterback. That whole LSU, that championship with LSU and Alabama in the championship game, the rest of college football, they couldn't handle it. It was over. They were being beaten down into submission, and they had to change the rules. Get some playoffs so we can get some Appalachian State in here or something. What a wonderful time. What a wonderful time it was to be an Alabama fan. And so I love it. I love the idea of A.J. McCarron running for statewide office in the state of Alabama. Now, I know that Coach Tubb, who's currently in the Senate, is going to run for governor of Alabama. I'm all right with that. He's done okay as a senator. He's made all of the people that get mad at him are people I like it that they're mad. Yes, Tuberville, irritating people that I like being irritated. I like those people to be irritated that he's irritating. So that's, and why not? Go ahead and be governor, Tuberville. But wouldn't it be wonderful if AJ could get elected as lieutenant governor? I don't think, he's not held office before. So it'd be a great way to learn. What does a lieutenant governor do? Does anybody know? I think when Kay Ivey was lieutenant governor, all I noticed, she would go on Twitter, or her staff would, and just post pictures of her with people in Montgomery. I think she just went around and took selfies. And he can do that. Think of the wonderful message it would send to the rest of the world if the state of Alabama, if we had a former football coach as the governor, and then a former national championship quarterback as our lieutenant governor. I just love it. I love it. I want it to happen. And what would that message be that we would send to the rest of the world if we had a football coach governor and a quarterback lieutenant governor? What message would that send to the rest of the country? I don't know, but I like that would be the message. I don't know what it would mean, but I'd like it. I love it, and I hope it happens. All right, there's more to come. I've got additional Uncle Henry show to talk. They won't let me leave yet. I'm contractually obligated to be in here for a while, so I'll be back with more Uncle Henry show after the break.
710 Time Saver Traffic from the Main Street Flooring and Design Traffic Center.
Watch for a crash in Citronelle on Highway 45 South at State Street. Also, we have an accident north on I-65 at the ramp to southbound Highway 43. And slow on Highway 59 from I-10 to Gulf Shores, 52-minute drive. With Time Saver Traffic, I'm Lisa Bach.
YouTube viewers, if there is any, hello to you. I'm going to check you out here in just a moment. I've got to get some bumper music ready. I didn't have it ready today, so I've got to get the bumper music selected for the beginning of the next segment of the Uncle Henry Show. And there it is. Getting it ready to go. And I'm going to pick the bumper music for even the next segment. I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to get ahead of myself here. And then one more time for the final segment of the hour. Let me pick something out. All right, here we are. Let me look on YouTube and see if there is anybody that might be looking at the program. It is a rainy afternoon. I'm sure you've noticed, unless you're watching from who knows where. Yeah, we got a small number of people here on YouTube. Thank you for looking. Let me see who's here. JD, Pat Nelly. Pat Nelly, God bless you. And JD, God bless you too. In fact, God bless all of you. Excalibur One Force. Metalhead. Metalhead, I don't know. Stephen Breland. Stephen, God bless. Indeed, Stephen Breland. What a smart guy. With a beautiful family. What are you writing? So as long as they do not become cartoon characters. Look, I can speak to this. Remind me of this. I've got callers. I don't know what they're going to talk about. Who knows? You know how these callers are. Remind me to address this. As long as they do not become cartoon characters. I will address that in a way that I think you will understand. I don't know if I can convince you, but I think you'll understand where I'm coming from. Hello to 68-year-old Chris of West Loxley, Bama Big Man. Oh, Bama Big Man, sitting out Lot Road way with concerns. Oh, you've got concerns out there on Lot Road? I mean, shouldn't your big concern be your neighbor's chicken coop? I mean, shouldn't that be it? Hello to Rob Morris, Mobile Pilot Radio, or Pirate Radio, or whatever it is. Larry Morting. Thank you. Look, thank you all for looking in. You're in Pinson, Alabama. Well, congratulations. Now, going to be back on the radio in about a minute. Back on the radio in about a minute. Bama, yes, Bama Big Man, I know you've got, look, you're out Lot Road. You have all of the adventure of living in an area with no zoning. It's always an adventure when you don't have zoning out there. You never know. You never know what could go next door. All right, let me see. Back on in about 30 seconds, give or take numerous seconds.
As you walk out the door and have some rain gear, temperatures won't be all that bad in the low to mid 80s because of the rain and cloud cover. I'm Fox 2 News meteorologist Matt Barentine for this iHeart radio station.
This report is sponsored by Positive Coaching Alliance.
Got issues with youth or high school sports? Positive Coaching Alliance can help. PCA, a national nonprofit, offers more than 1,000 free online resources for youth and high school sports coaches, parents, students, and administrators. Visit PCADevZone.org.
This is the Uncle Henry Show on News Radio 710 WNTM.
Uncle Henry Show. It is 5:20. News headlines coming up in 10 minutes. Telephone number 251-479-2723. That's 251-479-2723. Got some callers waiting, so let me run to the telephones here. Now, I don't actually run unless being chased. But let me move my fingers to the control board to activate the phone lines. Hello, caller.
Good evening, Uncle Henry.
Bert, you are live on the radio.
Now, you know that I'm a lifelong Auburn fan.
Yes.
But I saw something about A.J. McCarron on Facebook just within the last 2 or 3 days about some kind of political issue that really impressed me. He seemed to have a grasp of whatever it was, and he seemed to agree with me on whatever issue it was. And he would have my support on whatever office he ran for.
Wonderful.
Now I'm going to say something controversial.
Okay, talk shows kind of like that. So what controversial thing can you offer to the listeners of the Uncle Henry Show?
I hope he runs against Tuberville for the nomination for governor. I have never been impressed with Tuberville. I remember telling you many years ago that I would have supported Tuberville in whatever office he ran for until he actually held office.
Okay. Now, what did you not like about him?
Just about everything.
Really? What? Anything? Can you give me any example of something he did you didn't like?
For one thing, he is supported by pro-amnesty groups, and so is Katie Britt. Now, bear in mind, with Trump in office, amnesty is probably not likely to happen. But there have been several decisions that he has made as senator that I have not supported. And I kind of wish he'd have stayed at Auburn and Sessions had stayed in the Senate. I was always a Sessions supporter, and when Sessions ran to get his old job back, I voted for him.
Well, well, those days are gone now, but you would like to see AJ versus Tubby.
I would.
You know what? I wouldn't mind that at all. I think that would be one of the most entertaining governor's races in the history of the United States of America. I would love that.
Wouldn't it?
Yes.
Wouldn't it?
Yes.
Uncle Henry, one more thing. I want
Yes.
to get on a quick plug here. My band is playing at the M&R Lounge on Theodore Dawes Road tomorrow night.
The M&R Lounge on Theodore Dawes Road tomorrow night, Friday night, and it's your band, Rip Van Rock.
Exactly. M&R is kind of hard to spot. It's at the far end of a strip mall on Theodore Dawes.
Now, what does the M and the R stand for?
I know that the R stands for Randy. I don't know his last name, but he's the same guy that runs the Blues Tavern.
Okay. Oh, okay. All right.
I don't really know what the M stands for.
All right. Well, we can make something up. That's even more fun.
There you go. But if you see a little strip mall with a whole bunch of cars down on the far right end, that's the M&R.
All right. Well, I won't be able to be there this Friday night, but sooner or later I will be coming to one of your performances, Bert. I do promise you that.
And one more thing, Uncle Henry, there's going to be another benefit at the Blues Tavern this coming Sunday for a friend of my drummer named Brinson Cross.
Yes, I think.
And I will be there.
Okay, great. And I think I saw that on Facebook earlier. If I can find it tomorrow, I will talk it up for you.
Thank you for taking my call, Uncle Henry, and thank you for your support.
Well, Bert, thank you, and good luck to you and your band, Rip Van Rock, performing tomorrow night at the M&R on Theodore Dawes Road. What an exciting, what a hotbed of musical talent we have here on the Gulf Coast. 251-479-2723, the telephone number. Wouldn't that be fun? It would be fun if AJ ran against Tubby and an Alabama person took over the governor's office. We've had an Auburn person in there, Kay Ivey. That would be wonderful to seize control of the governor's office away from Auburn and put it back in the hands of Alabama. That'd be outstanding. Hello, caller.
Uncle Henry, it's Johnny Gwynn.
Johnny Gwynn, you are live on the radio.
Question of the day. What if A.J. McCarron is running in the Democratic Party ticket? Will you vote for him?
No.
Okay. All right. There you go.
No.
I'm with you. I'm with you. His mentor, Saban, he's known to be a known Democrat.
Well, and look, I don't know how known that is. I think a lot of people guess. A lot of people speculate and use speculatory knowledge when they say that. I'm not willing to think that yet.
His best friend was a Democratic governor of West Virginia.
I've heard all these things, but I'm not going to. I am not going to. He needs to come out and say it, and then I'll believe it.
I would imagine he's more of a classical liberal Democrat, more so than I would say the kind of loony progressive ones they got now. Though.
Well, he's probably like a lot of Americans, that they are common sense and they just try to do what they think makes sense, and the label doesn't matter as much.
That. I bet he's also big on meritocracy, so we know that from watching him.
Yes, indeed.
Well, Uncle Henry, good talking to you. And
wait! Before you go.
Okay. Yeah.
I saw you made a comment on. I'll follow Johnny Gwynn very closely on X, on the X app. And
Johnny Gwynn, that's right.
Yes, and Johnny Gwynn you had a comment on X about the Spiro victory over Barbara Drummond, about how about the money versus money.
Right. So Scott Tyndall and I were talking just over drinks, and he mentioned Spiro's campaign spent $1.7 million campaign, and the Barbara Drummond campaign spent $550,000. So you've almost got a 3-to-1 money campaign, and he only won by 1,200 votes. The Drummond campaign highly overperformed, and that I hope the campaign understands, the Spiro campaign understands that it's not a mandate, and he has a lot of work to do.
Well, and I'm sure they do, and I'm sure they've thought about that. I'm curious, why do you think she couldn't get across the finish line? What do you think it was? Because I'm thinking that she fired up some voters just with all these out-of-town endorsements.
Mobile is such a weird market. I mean, again, you look at the demographics. She polled well because she did well because of demographics.
Right.
And also, I thought there'd be a lot less votes for that runoff. That was a lot of votes for a runoff for me.
Well, that shows that both campaigns.
Did you feel that way? Did you feel that way?
I did, but it just shows that both of those campaigns worked really, really hard to turn out the vote. They just really
did.
They knew the stakes, and they really courted those voters that voted for Connie Hudson and Paul Prine.
Right, and I think a lot of Prine people sat home. That's what I feel like. I can't say the data, but I think a lot of Prime people sat home. And I thought Spiro would have won by a lot more just by the sheer way that it was going to shake out in the runoff.
All right. Well, hey, I'm up on the break. Johnny Gwynn, thank you for calling.
You have a great day, Uncle.
You too. There he goes. Johnny Gwynn, deepfriedstudios.com. Back with more after the break.
710 Time Saver Traffic from the Main Street Flooring and Design Traffic Center.
If you're traveling in Santa Rosa Beach, you've got a crash that has the westbound lanes blocked on Highway 98 at Highway 395. Also, the roadway is blocked westbound on Eglin Parkway between Shalimar and Racetrack Road on the bridge. Watch for a crash in Pensacola, Michigan Avenue at Denver Avenue. With Time Saver Traffic, I'm Lisa Bakke.
This report is sponsored by Robert Half. At Robert Half, they found that 67% of companies want to increase contract talent. That's why their recruiters' expertise and award-winning AI work quickly to find the skill.
Award-winning AI. Now, who is qualified to give out an award for AI?
Hello, I'm Cameron Taylor with Fox 10 News. The Church of God of Prophecy in Citronelle has burned to the ground. Witnesses say a car on fire crashed into the church. The driver of the car has been taken to a hospital. According to the Creole Fire Department, the fire was on Highway 45 at Sand Ridge Road. Mobile police investigating a homicide in West Mobile. In August, investigators say the victim, Jennifer Glaude, was rushed to a hospital after being assaulted. 2 days later, police say she died from brain trauma. Last week, the death investigation and autopsy were completed. Yesterday, police arrested a man, Herman Glaude, the victim's husband. He's facing murder charges. He has a bond hearing tomorrow morning. Baldwin County Schools spent today hosting ribbon cuttings across the district, starting with Baldwin County High School, where they unveiled millions of dollars worth of new facilities. In total, the cost of Baldwin County High School was more than $8.1 million, and with millions of dollars spent, we're talking about a brand new gym, including synthetic floors, with 6 motorized basketball goals. They also have a brand new training facility. This includes 18 new workout stations and brand new dumbbells. The band also received a new band hall. Ribbon cuttings also happen at Spanish Fort High School, Robertsdale High School, and Alberta High School, all for different and equally important upgrades. I'm Cameron Taylor with Fox 10 News on this iHeart radio station.
This is News Radio 710 WNTM.
Fox News, I'm John Saucier. President Trump signing an executive order to finalize the deal to keep TikTok online in America and avoid a ban. The president tells reporters in the Oval Office one American cloud-based tech company will have majority ownership in the new company.
Oracle, I guess, is going to play a very big role in terms of security, safety, and everything else.
The U.S. government will also be able to appoint a board member. Oracle will have control over the app's algorithm. One detainee's dead, others injured after a man opened fire at an ICE detention facility in Dallas yesterday morning. Acting U.S. Attorney Nancy Larson says during a search of the suspect's home, a collection of notes written about the incident were found.
He wrote that he intended to maximize lethality against ICE personnel and to maximize property damage at the facility.
The 29-year-old alleged shooter was found dead with a self-inflicted gunshot wound. America's listening to Fox News.
All right, so TikTok, we're going to be back on the radio. Uncle Henry Show still in a commercial break. Investment grade. Going to be back on the radio here in just a couple of minutes. So TikTok will go under the control of Oracle. Larry Ellison in charge. And you just heard the Fox story say that Oracle will control the algorithm. So now, who Larry Ellison of Oracle, who does he support politically? The algorithm going to be really important. Who does he support politically? He has supported Mitt Romney, Marco Rubio, Tim Scott. So he's what you would call one of those old-fashioned squishy Bush Republicans. All right, well, just something to keep in mind, because TikTok, the algorithm will be quite influential. Maybe they could ask him to dial back any suggestions of violence on TikTok. All right, let's see. Going to be back on the radio here in about 90 seconds. Metalhead. Trey Lane. Wow. Blast from the past. Yes, synthetic floors. We had a long list of things that they were spending money on in those schools that all of it seemed to do with anything except actual educating. But that's just shows I don't know. I don't know about modern education. Apparently, gymnasiums and football fields are the most important thing when it comes to high schools. All right, let's see. Going to be back on here in about 30 seconds with more Uncle Henry Show. Time you want to as a podcast. You can find it on the iHeartRadio app or at newsradio710.com.
This is News Radio 710 WNTM.
This is the Uncle Henry Show on News Radio 710 WNTM. It's 5:35. You can also listen to me on FM radio. I'm on 95 KSJ Monday through Friday playing today's hottest country music. Tomorrow afternoon, I'll have a chance for you to win tickets to see Alabama. Not the football team, the country music group. Yes, they're still alive. Alabama in concert at the Sound Amphitheater in Gaucher a week from today. And tomorrow, your chance to win those tickets between 1 and 2 p.m. on 95 KSJ. So listen to me tomorrow on 95 KSJ between 1 and 2 for your chance to win tickets to see Alabama at the Sound Amphitheater in Gaucher, Mississippi. Telephone number here, 251-479-2723. And I've got some people that have been waiting to talk during the break. So let me go right to the telephones. Hello, caller.
Hello, Uncle Henry. Rob Morris here.
Rob Morris, you are live on the radio.
Well, I thank you for having me, sir. Look here, I got something I want to talk to you about. There's a fellow named Andy Ellsworth who was almost charged for criminal trespassing on Big Creek Lake about a month ago.
Yeah.
Well, they ended up, not charging him or anything, not activating a warrant. That was about a month ago. Well, last weekend, I took my podcast outdoors, Uncle Henry, and we went out to Big Creek Lake and sat there and watched them all get out there in the kayaks and fish, and we just did the stuff right there at the lake, It was nice to get out of the studio. Well, today I just heard that Miles is stepping up their legal action against people going to Big Creek Lake. So I'm thinking that if they're going to arrest Andy Ellsworth and get a warrant on him for being there, they might as well get one for me and my crew and everyone else who was there to support taking back Big Creek Lake from Miles, because we had a lot of people out there, Uncle Henry. They might as well come get us all.
Well, now, I have not heard about some type of stepped-up enforcement. What have you heard? Tell me and the listeners what you've heard about malls stepping up enforcement.
Well, WPMI put out a statement of release on their news feed saying that very thing, that they're reporting that malls is stepping up the enforcement of any trespassing on Big Creek Lake, period. Now,
Okay.
these people aren't breaking the laws. They're not even stepping on the law's property. It's state property from the Highway 98 to the power lines. And nobody crossed the power lines. We just went around the gate, around that fence, and took the kayaks and a boat, and they went and lost them and did some fishing. We just sat in our chairs and just had a good old time. People honking their horns as they're going by, supporting everything we're doing. And now they're talking about arresting everybody. So I guess they might as well get me, too. I'll be Mobile's most wanted.
Well, hey, if they give you a phone call, make the call to the show, or just call my voicemail from jail, because I love getting jail calls.
Ooh, I'll do that very thing. I'm gonna call DJ Evans to come get me out of jail, because he's got a bail bondsman service downtown. So
Okay.
I think I'll be all right, and I'll give you a call.
All right. Hey, thank you for the update, Rob Morris.
Quite welcome, sir. Have a good day.
You too. And if you want to find his podcast, go on Facebook and look for Mobile Pirate Radio. That's Mobile Pirate Radio, and you'll find that man's podcast. Let's see. 251-479-2723, the telephone number to call the Uncle Henry Show. Hello, caller.
Good evening, Uncle Henry.
Cliff, you are live on the radio.
Uncle Henry, you know how you can tell when people are really going bat crap crazy?
How?
The mayor, Brandon Johnson, was on television, and he said...
Now, I'm sorry to interrupt you. Is this the mayor of Chicago?
Chicago, yes.
Okay. What did he say?
He said that the funeral homes in Chicago should sue Donald Trump if he brings the murder rate down.
Okay, all right. I was bracing myself for something that sounded, as you said, bat crap crazy. I didn't expect that. That is a new level.
Well, the last mayor, she said, now I didn't even know the woman was gay, but they asked her a question. They said, like, how do you feel? You spend $60,000 a month or so on security, and your people are not protected. And she say, I don't care what y'all say. I'm going to make sure my wife and children are safe. I'm like, whoa, she gay. I didn't even know that. So they tell you right in their face, spot on, that the people, they say the people, but when we the people come in?
When?
When we want you to do something stupid, like riot, kill somebody or hurt somebody, or clog up the streets, that's when we're the people. When we want to get elected again, we need you. We are the people. But they ain't the people when they're doing good and the money sliding around here like $600 million, close to $1 billion you give it to the legal aliens, and ain't drop a dime on nobody in Chicago. But that's like, if you stupid is what stupid does. And if you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes, and we got a lot of stupid voters. God bless them, man.
Thank you very much, Cliff. And I have been blessed by your phone call. 251-479-2723. And Cliff has let us know through the years that he is too blessed to be stressed. Too blessed to be stressed. 251-479-2723, the number to call the Uncle Henry Show. That's 251-479-2723. Email address unclehenry@iheartmedia.com. Let me see, I've got a voicemail. Let's see if I have time to share with you this voicemail from someone claiming to be Pat Nelly.
Hey, it's Pat Nelly. Hope you're having a great afternoon. Hey, listen, did you watch the memorial for Charlie Kirk?
Yes. Yes, I did.
Yeah, me too. The thing that has stuck with me all week that I keep playing over and over in my head, which it was an awesome memorial. I watched all of it, every bit of it. I'd pause it and go back to it, pause it, go back to it. But the thing that really keeps coming to the forefront of my mind is our political leaders, almost every leader in the federal government was witnessing for Christ. Now, that's astonishing. I'm floored by that,
And I'm pausing the message there just to tell Pat, if he is listening, I had the exact same. That was my number one. I had a lot of takeaways from it because I've never seen an event like that before. That was my number one takeaway. Was wow, when have we had all these political leaders and people around politics doing that? Just basically witnessing for Christ. Marco Rubio gave an incredible speech for Jesus Christ. That was the number one takeaway. There were a lot of takeaways. That was number one.
And I know that Christians have been praying over and over again that God would heal our land and everybody.